Hello everyone, and welcome to day 2 of walking. Today we're doing 25 minutes, and to start off with, I have quite the funny story to tell you all. Maybe funny to some of you all, maybe not. Either way, here it goes. So this morning, I actually got up earlier than yesterday in an attempt to film my 25-minute walking video. And it turns out that because I was using my wired headphones, there was a little bit of a crackling noise. And instead of trying to route that audio through any sort of editing software, I didn't want to do that because I don't think it would be the same as just refilming this and getting that good audio. So now I'm using my girlfriend Paola's wireless AirPods, which are fantastic. I did a test before this and things sound pretty good. So I'm hoping the audio is good on this one, and we'll see where it goes. But yeah, this is my second attempt for the day, which isn't bad for me because that's another 25-minute walk, so it's good. Apologies for not getting the video to you all out earlier, but safe to say this time it's going to be good, it's going to be better, and we're even going to start off with a horizontal video this time instead of vertical, whereas in the previous one I did it like 6 minutes in, so it wasn't that full horizontal perspective the whole time. Okay, funny enough, I actually took some notes of some of my talking points from this morning, and I am wearing a sweater because it is cold here in South Florida. I actually didn't check the weather app beforehand, but I'm guessing it's somewhere in the 60s, and for South Floridians, yes, that is cold. So I'm wearing my sweater, it's really comfortable, and hopefully it'll actually give me a little more of a sweat, which is good. And I'm excited to see how the weather turns out for these next couple days. My dog is really enjoying it. We have all the windows open in the house, or the apartment rather. He's in there having a good time, playing with his bone outside. So it should be pretty good for all of us. So here, just reading off my notes, I see that my second point is stuff about the channel. So I called the channel Task With Me. I don't know if I had that yesterday, but essentially for any of the new viewers, Task With Me is supposed to be a channel where I'm just going to create a series of tasks for people to do with me. These are sort of like bucket list items, not very like standard tasks. Like, for example, I really love the Study With Me channels. I spoke to my brother about it earlier, and I know of those channels. I think they're really neat. They serve a great purpose. It's hard to study. You study with someone, you're probably more effective. There's something similar to that, but this is going to be different tasks that I come up with, tasks that the community come up with, and we'll create playlists for the duration of these different tasks. You know, this first one is essentially just walking with the intent to eventually get to a 5K or a 10K or even more. It's gonna last months, but I'm hoping that you all stick with me and achieve your own fitness goals so that we all get healthier during this time, if we're not already, and just sort of improve on our cardio health and strength and whatnot. Might even incorporate some strength training later on, but I said that in the first video, so moving forward. So yeah, I called the channel Task With Me. Different tasks. First one's walking, and yesterday I had come up with sort of brand for the channel that you all might already see, or you all definitely already see on the YouTube channel, and also on the Twitter if anyone's following. You can see the Twitter link on the About page of YouTube. I think I put hashtag Task With Me, and you can just follow that and it'll take you to a Twitter page. You can follow me and get some other updates I might not put on the YouTube channel. Now that brand was very simple to make. I went on this tool called Canva. I'm not sponsored by Canva, maybe someday it will be, but Paola's my girlfriend, she told me about the tool. It's pretty fantastic. It lets you make logos and banners and posters and all these things, and I actually used the tool earlier on this year to sort of advertise in another apartment that I was living at, so I can try and move out. And that's how I came up with the sort of the brand. Gonna use those colors for now. I like it. It's simple, straight to the point, and it's sort of task with me is the title, and the motto or headline is tasks together. Almost sounds like a startup. It's pretty cool. Hope you all join in on whatever tasks we do together. So that was that. I really like the result that I got from yesterday's video. I think we got up to 65 subscribers in a day. I'm sorry, not subscribers, views. 65 views in a day, and we ended up with 4. I now have 5 thanks to my brother. My brother Carlos, thanks a lot, really appreciate that. Getting up to 5 subscribers, and hopefully this video will bring in some more, and we'll see where we go from there. Just trying to be as consistent as I can with these so that other people can follow and meet their own goals. So I was very pleased with the outcome of that yesterday. So we talked about the subs, the views, the branding. Again, just going off my checklist here of things I talked about this morning. I'm gonna give some time here. We're at the 5-minute mark. Again, we're doing 25 minutes today for anyone joining in. Gonna give you all some time now to just hone in on your walking, take a break. So something that was funny to me was I'm a pretty avid user of Reddit. I really like Reddit. I think it's fun. It's very tailored to what I like, so I think that's cool. I'm part of the Fort Lauderdale subreddit, naturally. I live here. So I decided to make a post about my new channel on Fort Lauderdale subreddit, and they don't have any rules. And I know that a lot of subreddits sort of advise against any sort of self-promotion, but you know, this wasn't spam. It was wholesome content. I'm from the area, so I went ahead and made my post, and sure enough, it was a mixed bag of likes and dislikes, and eventually the post was taken down. Now, if there's anything I learned from my dad, which I learned a lot from my dad, but one thing specifically is you don't ask, you don't get. So I messaged the moderator, and I told him, hey, you know, this is wholesome content. Like I just mentioned, it's not spam. I live in the area. And sure enough, he got back to me and he agreed with me. He said, yeah, you're right. It's not. So I'm going to reinstate the post. He put it back up there. So if any of you are all watching from Fort Lauderdale, you can go ahead to that Fort Lauderdale subreddit. You can see the post there. It's just sort of an introduction, giving some more information, or about just as much information as you know if you're already watching these videos about this new channel. So I thought that was a funny story. Hopefully some people found it from there and landed on these videos, and they're just as excited as I am to continue doing these tasks. All right, coming up here on 8 minutes. Today's walk is 25 minutes. I'm actually going to stray away since we're getting a lot of wind from that direction and continue walking straight here. We got a 25-minute walk today. It's 10 more minutes than yesterday. It's not substantial per se, but it's also not a trivial amount. I mean, 10 minutes is 10 minutes. It's worth enjoying. So I want to go over the schedule a little bit here. I'm planning on following the walking schedule. English can be difficult at times. I'm planning on following the walking schedule to the T. And what does that mean? So for anyone that's looking at that article, for that first portion of just getting pretty much to walk, tomorrow's a rest day. Now I'm gonna honor the rest days. Doesn't mean that you have to. And as a matter of fact, if you don't and you do tomorrow's 15 minutes, I would love to hear from you. If you can post on the comments, start a discussion. I want to see what the community feels like. Are you meeting your goals? Is this the third day in a row that you do it? That is if you do tomorrow's walk. If not, if you take the rest, that's fine. Again, that's what I'm going to be doing. Just in case, you know, it's unexpected that I'm going to put a video tomorrow. I will be posting one on Thursday. And Thursday's video is the climax for the week at 35 minutes. It'll be a 35-minute video. 35 minutes is nice. Hopefully you'll get a good sweat in the morning, get that blood flowing, get that mind ready, the body ready. Very excited to be able to post that video. So again, Thursday, 35 minutes. Today, 25 minutes. No video tomorrow. I think it's about 3 breaks per week, which I think is good. Probably gets more intense later on. Again, for anyone that's joining, this all culminates in the ability, at least these 7 weeks, culminates in the ability for us to be able to do our walks maybe 4 times a week, fairly briskly and easily. Very exciting for that. my knees are weak, so I need to get them stronger if I plan on running. Every time I have tried to run in the past, despite doing leg strength training and stretching and warm-ups, my knees just, they don't feel good. And I think it's because I need to do incremental training. And one of the reasons I want to do running is because I do the elliptical a lot in the gym, and I actually like it. It's very low impact, but I think a little bit of controlled impact is good for the body. You know, if you do it right, it's probably going to strengthen your bones. And I think I know a little bit of that, so I should take advantage of it now while I'm still young. So I think that's pretty cool. All right, so some other things I want to go on here. I want to talk about decluttering. That's one of the topics I talked about this morning. Decluttering. So it's winter, I think. Actually, I don't really know the exact first date of winter. Sure, it feels like winter. But it's a time of year where we have a lot of things in our house, maybe. You want to clean them out, and that's what we did. I'm very much into like the minimalist lifestyle. And I have a lot of sentimental clutter that I wanted to get rid of. And even though a lot of it is actually stored away nicely, might I add, I know it's still there. I don't really want it to be there. So I told Paola, I said, hey, we should try and get some of this stuff out of here. And so we did. We started off with the room. And one of the first things we did with the room is we got the closet going. I thought the closet was an easy win. What it did for us was we just got rid of a lot of clothes. There are several good like secondhand stores you can take it to in Fort Lauderdale. There's a ton. One of my favorite ones is Plato's Closet. And why do I like Plato's Closet? Plato's Closet is great because you can actually take your clothes and they'll give you cash. So it's not like store credit. It's cash in hand that you can use for anything else. Cold, hard cash. We all love it. Take your clothes over there and yeah, you don't have to worry about it. Now you do have to make sure it's like really clean beforehand. You know, you can't just like take the clothes out of your closet and dump it in a bag and expect them to take it. Make sure it's clean, make sure it's wrinkle free. You have a higher chance of them accepting it. And you can get pretty good money for your clothes that you don't even wear. So I've had upwards of like $50 for clothes, which is nice. It's a good win for clothes I don't even use. And then after that, we try to take them to other stores like Goodwill. So even if you end up with no money, I mean, you're still doing something good. You're still giving clothes to people that need them more than you do. You're donating them for a good cause. So that's all good stuff. So we started off with the closet, got rid of a lot of stuff there. We looked through our nightstands and other little bags and got rid of a lot of things, so I felt really good. Then we moved over to the living room, and I have a lot of sentimental games and game consoles. I had a PlayStation 4 that I didn't use. I recently I sold it on OfferUp, and it actually went to an 8 or 9 year old boy who was very excited to get it. It was his Christmas present, so I felt really good giving it to him. And I take really good care of my PlayStation, or take good care of my things in general, so he was really excited, and I felt really good, because I never used it, and now he's going to be really happy to have it, and hopefully use it a lot. So we got rid of the PlayStation, and I've been slowly selling a lot of my games on eBay, which, by the way, if you have time, it is good to do eBay. It takes more time, it takes more effort. You get a lot more money for each game you sell individually versus a service like OfferUp, which is good. It's a lot faster. People tend to just pick it up, but you might be losing some money. The prices that eBay suggests are really good, the trending prices. So I would definitely check that out if you are looking to declutter. Really look through all the items and ask yourself if you need these things. My thing is, if you haven't looked at it or touched it in a year, get rid of it. Unless you're really close to it, maybe figure out another way that you can still keep it close without actually having it. Maybe via like a digital picture or something so you can still remember it. So that's something that we've been up to. I really enjoyed that, and I plan on doing more. One of the reasons is we're getting a new sofa, and the sofa is pretty big, so I don't want that to add more clutter. I want it to be a minimal space with the sofa being sort of like the centerpiece of the room. I'm very excited for that. All right. Something else I really like that you guys may have already caught on to is gaming. I consider myself a gamer, and I like to think I know a little bit about games. I don't play as much as I used to, just because with time, work and whatnot, and dealing with the dog and all these things. But I do like a good game every once in a while. And I am very much looking forward to Cyberpunk. Funny story, Paula sometimes struggles to figure out what I want for gifts, because I don't really advertise what I like. And I'm a pretty plain guy. I actually don't, despite being in software, I tend to not really keep up with tech trends in terms of gear and things like this. So sometimes it's hard to get something for me. Cyberpunk 2077 was supposed to come out on my birthday this year, April 16, and it was delayed. So now, hopefully December 10th, I think that's the day it comes out. Can't wait to get it and play a lot of it. Eventually I'll get my Xbox Series X, but I want to wait to invest in a good TV and a good soundbar. I'm old enough now that I can invest in a good entertainment system, and I've always wanted a solid sound system, and I think I can finally do that. So I'm really excited to be able to play all that. My brother already has the Series X. I played it. It's really cool, but again, I want to get the HDMI, 2.1 support on my TV, 120 refresh rate, all that fun stuff, which I don't currently have. I don't feel like I'd be doing the system justice. So yeah, what do you guys think? Are you guys excited for the Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5? Let me know what you guys have. If you have anything, are you getting it for Christmas? Let's talk about it. Secondly, I've been thinking about getting a new computer. I have a behemoth of a gaming machine. The only thing I use it for is remote desktop. So it's a massive injustice to the power of that machine that all I'm doing is running a single application, and it takes up a lot of desk space that I don't want. So I'm going to lend it to my brother. At least he'll put it to better use than I currently am. Or wipe it. We're going to treat it like one of those cars you have in your garage that you work on every once in a while. There's a lot of room for improvement. I think it's like a 16 gigabytes of RAM with an i7. Got the OS off an SSD with a 1 terabyte hard disk drive. And we got the 1080. I got that 3 years ago when the 1080 was good. Now I think they're up to like the 3080 or something, which is crazy. Definitely behind there, but it's still good to have. Definitely not selling that at any point. Going to be working on that. Should be a lot of fun. And I've been looking into mini PCs, mini computers, and I don't really think there's any competition now that the new Mac M1 Minis are out. I think it's really good based on the benchmarks I've seen. Even the base model, apparently, like my biggest thing was, can I have a 16 gigabytes of RAM now. So I need to get the 16 gigabytes of RAM with the Mac M1 Mini, and apparently the 8 gigabytes of RAM on the M1 perform just as good or better than the Intel counterparts for 16 gigabytes. So looking forward to getting my hands on one of those. I'm going to wait for the new sofa to come so I can measure the desk situation and see what I have to do with that. But I'm definitely excited to get my hands on that, really get into the Apple ecosystem. I have an iPhone, so being able to just use everything on the Mac would be nice, especially things with like iMessage. And I'm kind of excited to see how the iPhone apps work on the desktop. I've heard it's a hit or miss. Some apps work better than others, but the whole thing with like the touch gestures are maybe not fully compatible yet, which is understandable. It's first generation. I know a lot of people might advise for me to even get the first generation to begin with, but I'm just gonna go for it. Apple is pretty good with their stuff, so I'm not really worried in terms of quality, what I should or shouldn't get. I trust Apple. All right, so we're coming up to almost 5 minutes. Today is a 25-minute walk. We are at 19 minutes and 17 seconds. It is fun. It is good. And it feels even colder than it did this morning, believe it or not, even though I'm walking in the sun. I wanted to talk a little bit about how I'm doing these videos. For anyone watching them, treat them as a way to mark your progress, be motivated, and like a podcast. Put it in your pocket, just hear me talk. And the difference is sometimes, podcasts normally like an hour long or something like this, I don't know. But let's say you're going for a 25-minute walk, but now you gotta listen to an hour podcast. You have to constantly keep track of a timer. You can put a timer on your iPhone, to let you know when your walk is done. But these videos are meant to be specific time. So if you say, I want to go on a 25-minute walk, you put on the 25-minute video. And when the video is done, you're done. And you go on, you continue throughout the rest of your day. Similarly with the 15-minute one, and there'll be a lot more of these to come, so you can listen to different videos with different topics. And like I said, when the video's done, you're done. So you don't have to worry about a timer or keeping track of the time. It's all sort of done for you. You just watch the video, have at it, and then you get your walk done. So I think that's pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think about that. Maybe you want me to do something more long form. If so, we can do it. We can certainly set up a podcast sort of thing. Maybe sometimes we're just talking, but I'm going to try to keep it in line with the channel. Small tasks. Let's do these tasks together. All right, so we're coming up on 20 minutes here. For all you all that are listening and watching, know that you are doing great. Great work right now. If you've kept up with me so far, 25 plus 15 from yesterday, we are going to be at 40 minutes. I'm going to backtrack from here since we're getting a lot of wind. You're going to be at 40 minutes after this video for the week, which is phenomenal. Maybe that's nothing for some of you. Maybe that's a lot for some of you. Either way, you're doing great. Let's keep it up. Really looking forward to see the community grow, see how many tasks we can get done together. Fitness is always a hard but fun task to complete. So let's get with it. Gonna be quiet again for a little bit here so we can focus. All right, 23 minutes here. Apologies if it's a little bit windy. Can't really backtrack at this time, but it's funny. I've let a lot of my work friends know about this and family, and it's kind of cool to see their reactions and how they're responding. People seem to like it, so it's definitely encouraging for me to continue doing it. Really looking forward to hear from others in the community, see what you all think. Rest assured, I will be posting these. It's as much of a challenge for myself as it is for the community, so stay in touch. Be on the lookout. I try to use the YouTube discussions. I'm not sure if subscribers get those notifications, but if not, I'll use Twitter more. I think that's probably what Twitter is best at. So keep a lookout for that. Follow me on Twitter to get the updates on different tasks I'll be doing. I'm thinking about adding some technology tasks. I am a software engineer, so would like to make some videos regarding that too. Let me know if you guys are interested in that. And we'll see where we can take it. Coming up on the last minute here, guys. This is it, 25 minutes, day 2. Virtual walk with me. We did it. Very good. I'm very excited for this. I certainly got a good sweat going on. I hope you all have a good sweat going on too. Again, I do honor the rest period, so tomorrow I will not be uploading a video, but come back on Thursday and we'll have a 35-minute one, which will be, again, the climax for the week. You walk your 35 minutes and you'll be set. And we have one more on Saturday, and that wraps up this first week of virtual walk with me. We have 6 more weeks of similar content. Once again, guys, thanks for tuning in. 25 minutes. Looking forward to hearing from all of you. Let's keep it up. You're doing great. Stay fit, Stay healthy. See you next time.